I've been to Cannes many times. It has always been on the producing side, producing films or coming here to see movies and buying films. Well, my family and I grew up pretty. It's a very international world for me. We all started traveling when I was very young, when I was a young kid. So we were very fortunate to exposed to the Western culture and internationally on the international level. So the first time to Cannes, of course, I'm excited. Everyone wanted to come to Cannes. It's the biggest, and this year I'm announcing my book. So it's something different. That I have a book and video game and a movie coming out all together at the same time. The name of my book is Journey to Rainbow Island. It's based on an 11-year-old girl from a magical place called Rainbow Island. And this place is a society based on love. So there's nothing dark, there's no greed, there's no judgment, there's no hatred or fear. So everyone on the island, animals and children, they're all just happiness, joy, and love. But one day she has this mission. She has to go out to retrieve the 7 lost crystals. And as she retrieves 7 crystals, she faces new challenges. And as a result, she becomes stronger, overcoming these challenges. The message I wanted to send out to the public is really to have a deep faith and trust and belief in yourself, that there's nothing you can't do if you really believe in yourself and believe in your truth, your heart, and continue to do what you feel is right. Then it'll happen. And along the way, she brings a lot of lost souls that she meets in the dark world back to her island. It's actually, she's facing many people, many different people and situations that she has to, just through her innocence and purity of heart, like how she overcome that, how she deal with people, how she deal with situations, and people in the world can watch her. Oh, this is how she deal with certain situations, based on love, instead of a lot of people in this world, people do stuff with fighting, with war. If there's nothing, if we wanted to conquer a country or it's greed, we want money, it's all violence. But what she does is nothing of violence. So it's setting a good example for people to see and learn. We can do it differently. There's so many other ways to do things. I never lived in Hollywood. It's more, I live in the West Side, Los Angeles, Santa Monica, Malibu area. Why did I choose to move to Los Angeles? I think it's my family. They travel, and they were doing business in Los Angeles, and I think I visited when I was 12 or 13. I visited Disneyland, and I just loved it. It's like, I want to come here. I want to come move here. That's it. I'm coming to LA. So I think that's it. And just the freedom of the spirit of people. It's the energy. I like the energy. It's freer, and the weather's nice, as we all know. Los Angeles, they have the best weather. And I stayed. But within 4 years, I was moving around, went to New York, and I still travel around back and forth, Asia, Europe, and the States. The Chinese or the Asian, people really enjoy watching foreign films. The content, they can do so much better. The Westerners, if they understand a little bit of the Chinese, or not just Chinese, but the Asian, the East culture more, then people can also relate to the story. I would like to bring my knowledge of the Western and Eastern culture together. Since I study in the States, pretty much I grew up in Taiwan, so I understand the culture very well. And studying in the States gave me the exposure to the culture and people, and what people like in the film industry, or in general, how people live in general. And I can bring that, I would like to bring that, the knowledge that I have for both cultures, and create something that both internationally appeal. I think I can share a lot of my culture and my knowledge with the Western producers on what kind of content, what type of movie, what stories the Asian people like to see, they like to watch, what interests them, what will work, what will sell, what's marketable in the Chinese market, in the Asia market, and vice versa. A lot of Asian producers, they wanted to come into the American market or European market, but they don't know much about film producing or about the content. And I study film, so I can also help them to bring their content and stories to Hollywood, to the Western world. I'm partnering with China Lion, and they're the biggest distribution company, one of the biggest in China. So we have that. We have the privilege to do pretty much what we want to do, and to help or to co-produce and co-finance projects, and to take it to bring it into the Chinese market. The Chinese market is booming right now, and now is the perfect time to partnering up with the Chinese company or my company to do this, to co-produce projects together. The projects that we're doing, it's inspiring, uplifting, and positive. And we do not just films, there's TV, there's digital media. So we do everything across the board. I hope to inspire many, and and really be to help people. Well, not really just to help people, but so everyone can see, there are really many different ways to do things. It's not the old way. It's not, we have to be negative. We have to use violence to do stuff. When I say violence, I'm not talking about physical. Yes, physical, but anything from anger, fear, all of that. It's not necessary. Definitely, we're very dedicated to our mission and our vision. Anything that we do is positive, inspiring, and uplifting. It's never about the money. What I want to do is to have my projects to send out the message to the world, and to transform, hopefully, to transform people's mind and their heart. Yeah.